Have you ever looked at a painting and wanted to know the name of the artist but couldn't figure it out? Have you ever been to a different country and couldn't understand the menu? Have you ever found yourself in front of an iconic structure but couldn't remember the name? Introducing Google Goggles, an image recognition application that lets you search the web by using pictures taken with your mobile phone. Google Goggles is a free application that is available for the following devices: mobile phones running Android 1.6 and above, and the iPhone 3GS and iPhone 4 with the Google Search app. Using Google Goggles is easy. Open the application on your phone, take a picture of the object you wish to search, and Google Goggles scans the picture to find relevant information on the web. Google Goggles varies in its ability to recognize different pictures. Google Goggles works best with pictures of books, DVDs, landmarks, barcodes, QR codes, logos, contact info, artwork, businesses, products, and text. Currently, Google Goggles doesn't work best with pictures of animals, plants, cars, furniture, and apparel. So what happens with the search results? Well, Google Goggles enables you to view all of your past findings, but you can also disable the history if you don't need a record.
This is a quick demonstration on how Google Goggles does image recognition on landmarks. So I'm going to launch the application here and take a picture of a photograph that I took about 15 years ago when I was in Russia. You can see that the application starts and it takes a picture and it's scanning, and very quickly it finds identifying features of the picture and crops them, and it links you directly to a Google search, and it links me to a map of where this battleship is. It's the battleship cruiser Aurora, and it links me to a Wikipedia page all about this Russian battleship, World War II. Second picture I want to show you is this really odd structure I saw when I was in Russia. I don't know what these things are. There's me. I don't know what these things are, and it's kind of a small picture, so I'm not sure if it's going to come out. So I'm going to line up the camera here, and it's important to get this in focus. Snap the picture. And it's kind of fuzzy, so I'm guessing it's not going to be able to find it. So I'm going to pause and come back in a second. Okay, so I took a bit of a more clear picture, and it came up pretty quick with these, with what it actually is. It's called the Rostral Columns in St. Petersburg. It's a landmark, and there's a Google search of it, and the Rostral Columns. Let's go to the Wikipedia page if we can find it real quick. Flickr page, dictionary.com, travel page, TripAdvisor, stpetersburg.com. So more about the Rostral Columns right here. So now I know. Okay, here's another quick demonstration of how you can apply this to a science class. I'm going to use Google Goggles to take a look at a periodic table. I don't have one. I'm not in the classroom right now, so I brought it up on my computer screen. And I'm going to take a picture of just a section of the periodic table. And you can see I've begun to scan here. Hopefully within a few seconds it's going to pull this up as a recognition of the periodic table. Yep, and it actually identified the TI in titanium. So it's going to link me to that. So it shows me everything a science teacher would want to show their student. It shows the Bohr model, a link to the periodic table, and all types of characteristics of titanium. So imagine if I was in a classroom and I had this on my wall and students had their smartphones, they could take a picture of any one of these different elements on the periodic table and immediately find out more about them to increase interactivity with the table, which is so important. Here's one more quick application you can use with your students. I have here a page of my Microsoft Excel textbook, and this page is talking about how to add information into a cell. Now, I have a lot of English language learners in my classroom, and they have a tough time with this technical text. So if they happen to have a smartphone with Google goggles, they could snap a picture of this like I have, and the Google goggles would recognize this text and enable them to translate into their home language. So it automatically detects English, and I can choose a text to translate into. And as you can see here, it gives me a number of choices. And I'm going to scroll down until I find Spanish. And there's my translation into Spanish. So another great application for Google goggles, and as translation gets better, so will this application.
I'm going to show you a couple different applications that you could use Google Goggles for a 4th or 5th grade or even 6th grade classroom. In front of me I have a social studies book for 4th grade, and in flipping through the pages I noticed this painting, this picture of the painting that is the symbol for Manifest Destiny, the woman in white who leads the settlers west during the westward movement. So in my social studies class this year, students did different research projects on big events that happened in California's history. So for instance, they could have used this picture to explain a little bit more and research a little bit more on the whole idea of westward movement. So I'm going to show you how we would do it using an iPhone. So on an iPhone, there's no Google Goggles application. So you just click on Google, and then over to the right where the little camera is, you click that setting, and then you line it up so that you can take the full picture. Once the picture is taken, then Google looks for it. And as you see, they have come up with different searches. So I'm going to click on Manifest Destiny Painting, and then Google is so smart, and they come up with all these other relevant links. So I could actually learn more about the painting itself or the American West and the actual history that goes along with Manifest Destiny. So this is really cool to use in the 4th grade class, and I wish that my students could have used this for their research projects this school year, because they all had better phones than I did to begin. So this is perfect for 4th and 5th graders. I'm going to show you an example of another picture. My students also this year did research projects on individuals that had a big impact on the arts for California. So I'm going to show you a second project that the students could also do is on actual photography or on art itself. My students this year also chose different artists like Ansel Adams or Diego Rivera that had an influence on California. So what we do again, we just snap the picture, and then Google is going to be really smart again, and find out when this picture was taken, and they have Dorothea Lange. So now we know that the picture was taken by Dorothea Lange during the Dust Bowl. So students can use Google Goggles as a research aid, which will save them a lot of time when they're searching. So then not only do they come up with the actual picture itself, but similar pictures that they could also learn about, and more so on the artist Dorothea Lange. So those are some different applications that you could use in elementary school. Thank you.
This last feature of Google Goggles I'm going to show you will seem a little like science fiction. In fact, this Terminator vision that you see here is also called augmented reality. It combines the phone's internal GPS with Google Goggles' image recognition feature. So just the other day I was up hiking in the hills behind Hollywood, and you might recognize this as Griffith Park. So I was near there, and I went up hiking and I took this picture. Now this is really difficult to see on the phone because of the glare, and of course I could not film myself doing it because it was just me, but take my word for it, there's the LA skyline here, and what happened was when I took the picture, Google Goggles recognized not only the LA skyline, but it recognized what my orientation was to the skyline. In fact, it recognized that I was in Runyon Canyon. A few hours later, on my way home, I was walking down the Hollywood Boulevard and I took a few pictures, and this is one of them, top of a building. And Google Goggles recognized it as the Roosevelt Hotel. So again, it links me right to their website. So you can imagine how this would be powerful on a field trip, or having your students do some geocaching. So this wraps up our quick presentation on video for Google Goggles, and we recommend you go to Google and do a quick search and download this program and start having some fun.